Hey guys, so I decided to make this video because I've been seeing in the news a lot lately, just over the years, about how a black kid will get kicked out of their school because they're wearing their hair in a certain way. So this video is really explaining how black people hair works to white people and any other race really. But for the record, I am half black, half white. My mom is from America, but our white side is from like Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, and a little bit of Scotland. White people, right? And then my dad, he's from Africa, he's black, Tanzania, East African. So I'm mixed, and I clearly got the black people hair. Like, I didn't even get mixed people hair, I got the black people hair, and I love it. But what you guys need to understand is that this is what my hair looks like when I first wake up out of bed. Like, I don't have to do anything to this. This is just how it is, okay? And I picked today because I'm about to go wash my hair. So for those of you, please don't be petty. Try to be like your hair is all tangled up. Yes, I know, it's dry and tangled. But that's because I wanted to, I wanted to make this point. It's something I've always wanted to say because you guys need to understand that we can't really slick our hair back and straighten it without a lot of work and effort and chemicals and hours. So, afros to me are not a hairstyle, and neither are dreads, right? One of the most recent articles I read was a girl had faux locks, which is, to anybody that don't know, it's fake dreadlocks, okay? Dreadlocks are pretty much a permanent hairstyle. You can comb them out. It takes like days though, but dreadlocks are pretty much seen as a permanent hairstyle, whereas braids and twists are something that you take out after a few days or even a few weeks, okay? So I wanna show you guys my hair. It's dry. It has to be stretched because our hair is extremely curly and kinky and coily. And as you can see, it just keeps getting longer and longer. And if you pull it from the root, right, you see black people with a pick, is so that we can do this to our hair. You gotta stretch it out, right? You see this? This is how it gets stretched out. And if I really wanted to, I could pull it all the way down to the middle of my back. That's how long this hair you see is. We're gonna do a little close up. Now you see how this pattern right here? We're gonna just kind of close up. Sorry about the camera not being focused. I'm sorry about the lighting too. This video is rushed. I have to wash my hair and then go get it braided in like 2 hours. But yeah, you see that kind of curly pattern? And I pull and I stretch it out, right? But you can see that my hair kind of has these clumps of curls. Like, you see this and you see that. Almost like a dread, almost like dreads, but they're not. That's not a dreadlock. And here's the thing. Dreads and afros aren't hairstyles because this is just how our hair naturally occurs. If I leave my hair and I don't touch it for 3 days, it's gonna start to form dreadlocks on its own. That's called free form dreadlocks, okay? They just form. A lot of black people's hair dreads up, and that's just it. That's not really a hairstyle, that's just it. Like, you're white, right? If you're watching this, you're white, and your hair is thin, fine strands that grow downwards, and it's probably pretty greasy, right? My mom's white. I know y'all use dry shampoo. If you go 3 days without washing your hair, all your roots get greasy and oily. You guys take oil out of your hair. For us, we have to constantly put moisture in, otherwise it dries up, it shrinks up, and it'll dread up. But a lot of people want dreads, okay? And fros, this is not an afro. This is not a hairstyle. This is just hair. Okay? A lot of black people have a hard time explaining this because, oh, we want to express our culture and this and that. Okay, cool, I get it. Black people, we want to express our culture. I don't consider this expressing my culture. I was born like this. Yeah, my dad's African. Yeah, my mom's white. This isn't culture. This is just my hair and how it grows. You have to understand, this is just me wearing my hair down. When a white girl wears her hair down, it's not hairstyle, okay? You're just wearing your hair out. So this is what it is. This is an acceptable hairstyle. This is totally fine because this is how I was born. If I wanted to straighten it and slick it back, that would take hours. That would be crazy. It's too much work. I used to do it. I used to straighten my hair and do the relaxers hours and burns, and you can't keep up with it. Like, white people, you need to chill. Talking about dreads aren't an acceptable hairstyle. Like, that would be like, yo, Samantha, I need you to figure out a way to get your hair to look like mine. That's it. You know what you'd have to do? You have to go get a curling iron, curl your shit up, spray it with all this hairspray, and the curls would be falling out. You'd be in the bathroom every 30 minutes trying to get the curl in your hair. My mom is white. I watched her do her hair my whole life. In order for that woman to have a curl in her hair, it's mad hairspray, curling iron, like, so for us to straighten our hair and slick it back, like what do you want me to do? Like, this is it, okay? Stop kicking people out of school on some arbitrary BS that doesn't matter. You guys are slowing down the progress of the human race. Like, it's 2017. This is how it works. And for the record, white people and anybody else that has something to say about black people hair. Look, slavery in America isn't that old. It's only been a couple hundred years. I'm pretty sure people still have great-grandparents that were slaves, like literally. So I'm in my 20s and I grew up most of my life with the internet, but there was a part of my life where I didn't have the internet and there was no resources. I didn't know what shea butter was. I didn't know what shea butter was until about 3 years ago, and I'm in my 20s. And my dad's from Africa. Like, we didn't have the information on what products or how to do our hair, because when you take slaves from their foreign country and there's no way to communicate back to that country and figure out how to do our hair, and even the climate matters. Like, black people hair does better with dry heats because it helps us absorb moisture. So you got all these black people, you taking the slaves over in America, living in this climate that's all cold, we don't have the right products, and we don't have the internet. So how are we gonna figure out what to do with our hair? I'm in my 20s. 5 years ago was the first time I really understood how to do my hair. And it's taken even 5 years for me to get it to this place, because we just didn't know. When you're a white kid, you grow up and your mom does your hair from you for day one and she knows what to do. I know how to do white people hair because growing up, every magazine, every tip in the magazine was, oh, how to get beachy waves for summer and like use this product, put lemon in your hair to highlight it in the summer. You see how I know that stuff? You know that stuff. You just grew up with it. We didn't grow up with it. And for the record, I'm about to go get these braids. All right, this is what I have to do for my hair in order to keep it contained, in order for it to grow. If I wore my hair out like this every day, it would turn into dreads, but not cute dreads, because of the wind, and it would just not be good. So braids and cornrows and dreads aren't a hairstyle. I don't even call that culture. That's just the mechanics, right? Like, if you're a super pale white person, like fair skin, you know you don't go in the sun for 2 hours without sunscreen. You will come out and you'll have blisters and you'll have a rash and you'll have heat damage and you'll be all red like a lobster. It's mechanics. That's not culture. Like, you don't have a lot of melanin, you're gonna burn in the sun. Black people, on the other hand, they're dark skinned, they can go in the sun, they might get burnt, but they probably won't because they have melanin. They don't get burnt as easily. Black dark skin absorbs sun differently than pale white skin. Black people hair is a little different than white people hair. It's hair, it's all hair at the end of the day, and we're all people who want the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever you are, we all just want a good life. We want to go to school, learn lessons, have enough food to eat, have enough money to be happy, have friends and family. So you're out here holding people back from their education, telling people they can't go to their jobs based on what they look like, and it's 2017. That's the issue. It's got to stop, you guys. This is hair. It's not about being black. Some people have this texture, okay? Most of the time, it's black people that have this texture. And you need to leave it alone. You need to stop talking about what's appropriate or not. And one last thing, I know this video is long, but just because, you know, my mom is white and she had kids with a black guy, it doesn't mean that she, all of a sudden, her years of racist conditioning went away. Because I know somebody, a white lady, who has kids with a black guy, and I was talking to her at the gym and she was like, oh, I won't let my son get dreads. I said, why? Like, that's just natural. And she said, it's not an appropriate work hairstyle. It's very unprofessional. So, you know, this white lady that's with a black guy, it doesn't mean that her 30-some years of racist programming went away because all of a sudden she had kids with a black guy. And I had to explain the same thing to her. A lot of white people ask me about black people hair. A lot of mixed moms ask me about the hair. It's not the same as yours. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. So you gotta let us do our hair how we need to do our hair, and we'll let you do your hair how you need to do your hair. And we can all go to school and go to our jobs and not be so caught up on the way people look. Like, nobody should get fired from their job because their hair is in dreadlocks, like, or if they're wearing their hair down for the day. Like, that's ridiculous. So I just had to say something. This has been something that's been on my mind for a minute, like a minute. So, you know, I just wanted to, before I go wash my hair, I wanted to use my hair as an example because I'm about to go put it in braids, which is also an appropriate work hairstyle, okay? I love braids. That's probably my favorite hairstyle on myself and on other people. But yeah, just wanted to say that. My channel, I'm Amina Zena. Hope you come along for the ride, y'all. If you want to see more videos, you can subscribe. I do music, I do fitness, and I keep it 1000. So welcome to my page, and see you later.